Today is Wednesday, June 28th. It's my second day of post op recovery. Things are starting to go better than they did yesterday. Um, I started taking the oxycodone on a regular basis. I'm still at half dosage, not going for full dosage, which is 5 grains of the oxycodone every 6 hours. Makes it a heck of a lot more livable, along with the 800 milligrams of um, ibuprofen, also every 6 hours. Yesterday, around the middle of the afternoon, I decided I was going to learn how this dang ice machine works. Um, it's the replacement for the separate individual ice packs. It's rather a simple machine to use. It's basically a water cooler that you fill with ice and a little bit of water, and it has the equivalent of a bilge pump for a boat that's inside of it, and it pumps the water out of the water cooler itself through an insulated hose onto a small air pad that's on my shoulder. That's it over here. The water circulates through and then comes back out another hose and goes right back into the cooler again, and it's constantly running. But it'll keep the cold water running for hours at a time, and it runs on AC. Um, it's a pretty neat little gadget, except it's very confining. You can't just get up and walk around because you've got to pick up the cooler in my case, my left hand, because my right hand is useless, and grab the hose and disconnect the electrical wire that's feeding the bilge pump that's on the inside. And then when you come back, you need to reconnect. Um, I I'm finding that I'm getting along okay with my left hand. Um, I'm able to eat. I can't cut my food, but uh, thank goodness I have Risa to help me um, do the things that I can't do single handedly. This morning for breakfast, I had a toasted English muffin, but to put toppings on it, I wanted some whitefish salad. Yes, with your left hand, you can dig into the whitefish salad and get it on the knife, but no, you can't hold the English muffin steady with with one hand and spread it at the same time. Last night for dinner, um, I'm trying to remember what it's called. My father used to call it drop meat. Um, it was some type of a roast, but although the meat is very tender, you still can't break it up with a fork. So you need to do some cutting, and Risa once again had to cut up my food for me so that I could, at least with my left hand, then using a fork, feed myself. The I don't have any headaches, but I doubt if I would. Taking 800 milligrams of ibuprofen every 6 hours, so that's not there. Um, Concerning the wounds itself, where I haven't seen my wounds yet. When I came home from the hospital, there was a dressing on the skin, and then there was gauze pads placed on top of that, and then more of a dressing. And I am not to get that wet, so I'm going to. I guess tonight, experiment with taking a shower and using a plastic bag to at least keep my shoulder dry, um, and see how it goes. I do have a handheld shower wand, which will make things easy for everything else, and I'll be able to control the water so that it doesn't get that saturated. According to the instructions I came home with, if I do get it saturated, I need to go back to the doctor's office and have them redress the wound. Um, as far as a pain level goes, as long as I keep my arm in this sling, um, I have relatively very little pain. My pain is not coming from the wounds themselves where they did the where the instruments were inserted underneath the skin, but from my bicep muscle. That's what hurts the most. Um, I really don't have the ability to make that pain go away. Even with the medication, if I move this hand, squeeze a ball, or do anything, it's immediately felt in the bicep. Um, I spoke to the doctor yesterday, and he told me that he put in some type of a button and tied the bicep muscle to the button. I Apparently there's a difference between an anchor and a button, and other than that, things are pretty much status quo. I don't see any major improvement. I do feel that I get cramps in the arm from time to time. This morning, what I did is I actually took my arm out of the sling and I did what they call the pendulum exercise, where you just let your arm hang down towards the floor and you swing it so that it goes in a clockwise revolution 10 times, and then you swing it in the other direction. But you do not use any muscles whatsoever to control it. And then you use your left arm to pick up your right arm and put it back into the sling again. Uh, I do feel that I can't do very much of anything. Um, Using my computer is just about impossible. I mean, yes, it has a mouse and I can point and click, but I need to use my left hand to control the mouse. I'm not very well coordinated. If I want to do any kind of typing, it takes a very long time to do. A lot of people are asking me how I'm feeling, and that's why I'm making these videos so that I can send them an up-to-date video day by day as to what's happening. That's it for now. I don't think there's going to be a video for day 3 unless something major changes.